I'm a bad. No, sorry. We're gonna rearrange that. We're bad. We're the bad. No, I was gonna try to make it more inclusive. I'm a bad bitch and I'm that nigga. I don't think you heard me. Yeah. And welcome to another episode of Sippin On Love.
How you doing today?
You know, I woke up this morning, I looked over to my right, and I saw you. And you know something? That was the start of a great day.
Girl.
Mm-hmm. So I'm great. I'm fabulous. Great.
I don't know why I thought you were about to sing a song. Like I looked over. Okay. Okay. So that's why I thought you was going in that direction.
But I was going to answer your question directly. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling well. I'm feeling rested.
Mm.
Relaxed.
Yeah. Things help with that.
Yeah. Massages.
Mm-hmm. Internal and external.
Oh, so moving on to our next segment. I love you.
I love you too.
So you love me, but
I was even thinking it's just interesting. Like I love you, and I find it interesting how like when you get home from work, you'll still be in the bed, and like you're always so considerate of me, but like sometimes you be looking so uncomfortable, even though you like I'm fine, whatever. But it's like live in our space. Like I love you, but take the space that you need when you get home to decompress, do all the things that you need, regardless of noise, because you know shit really don't wake me up.
What you mean I be uncomfortable?
No, like I said, you'll lower down the volume when you know you really can't hear. Like you're very, very considerate of me. You're doing things for the sake of me, but it's just like, dude, like yeah, like I just hope that like because of I'm just speaking on like making sure that you're getting all the space and all the things that you need, even though I know you're probably like, I'm fine because I would do it if I wanted to anyway. But I'm just speaking on it that I do observe and I do appreciate, but I also want you to take the space that you need.
Well, I mean, now that I have a schedule change, me coming home at like 5 a.m, and I know you have to get up like around 7, 8.
6.
7, 8, if you don't get up to about 7. Of course, I don't want to break that sleep cycle because I don't know if mine was broken, I'd be a little cranky.
Little.
Plus, we have a whole house to where, I can be on the other side and in the other bathroom. And, that way I don't have to disturb you. I don't have to wake you up,
Mm-hmm.
So.
Received, understood. I'm just saying, I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
And do what you need to do to be at home.
I do. Oh, I do.
Okay.
I'm never uncomfortable. My house, our home is my place of peace.
Big God.
Peace.
I heard that. I'm his peace.
You got it. Okay. Well, I love you, but I would say I love you, but allow me to do things for you sometimes. I feel like it's more, my man has become more and more like defiant, and it's like, I tell him, no, relax, let me contribute. And he's like, no. I'm just like, yeah, I have to relax, but you have to relax too, So it's like, I also want to cater to you. Oh, I love you, but let me cater to you, son.
I do. It's just like, there are moments that like, I'm just a busybody and I'm just doing stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, because like, I got to get that extra energy out. Most of the time, it's especially like when we're all home, with you, me, and Langston, like, and after I get home, taking him for a walk, like, I still have energy that I need to exert. Like,
I was going to say,
I just can't. That ADHD be wearing my ass out.
What's it? I know it's like, yours is in movement and mine is in thought. If that makes sense.
See,
you're constantly moving and doing something, and I'm constantly thinking about something, and that's why I always lose track of like what I was saying or like what I was thinking, or sometimes I forget things because I'm constantly thinking about something else.
Received, and like I also get the thought piece too. Like that's why I don't like sitting still too long, because that's when the thoughts happen. So definitely understand. I received that. I'm gonna work on it. But I will just be a busybody around the house.
So we're gonna move on to our game.
Before we think that, what you think we're sipping on?
Something peachy. I know that for sure.
So this is a frozen brown sugar peach old fashioned. It is quite delicious. Okay, it's it's smooth. It's sneaking up. It's good. It's real good.
It's real peachy.
And as always, because this is fresh peaches with crown peach and homemade brown sugar syrup. If you've never, y'all,
That's
it's very simple actually. Like, get it to y'all culinary bags and y'all bartender bags and continue to amaze yourselves. That's all I have. Thank you.
The girl makes 2 drinks together and thinks she'll bartender.
Actually, I've made every drink for every season.
You know what? This is true.
I think I know what I'm doing. I just need to get my bartender's license to really know what I'm doing.
That part.
We're working on it.
Yeah. I can see that for you.
Pop out real quick. Have my own little bar.
Noted. Okay. So, what's this called again?
So this is a frozen brown sugar peach old fashioned.
I love me an old fashioned, by the way. That's one of my faves. So okay, now moving on to the game.
Okay.
So for the gaming segment, we wanted to do a little corny dad joke, and we wanted to see who can make the other laugh the most.
Okay.
And if you laugh, if you make any type of noise, I feel like you should lose.
Okay. So are we doing like points?
Yes.
Okay.
Points is let's go up to 10 maybe? 10?
Okay. I'll give you 10.
10.
We'll see.
Alright.
I was gonna say like 5.
5. Let's start with 5. Okay. So let's do 5. Alright, so who wanna go first? You wanna go first? Or you want me to go first?
Go ahead. You set the tone. Let me see what you're working with. Let me see what you got going.
Okay. So what I want to say is, what's a shark's favorite thing saying?
A shark's favorite what?
Thing saying.
Thing saying?
Like, what's their favorite thing to say?
Shark attack? That was...
Obviously.
Okay. Why was Cinderella so bad at soccer?
She had the shoes on.
She kept running away from the ball. That's one. That's one.
Oh my god. Okay. Why do melons have weddings?
Have weddings?
Mm-hmm.
Because they can't elope.
Yes! Dang.
What do lawyers wear to court? Lawsuits. That was a sound, but I understand.
Let's go with dogs can't operate MRI machines, but cats can.
Why?
But cats can.
Well, cats can't. Duh. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to mourn the passing. R.I.P. Boiling Water. You will be missed. Dang, I laughed.
I did too, but I was trying to hold it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, God. Why did the bicycle fall over?
It had no kickstand.
Because it was too tired.
Because truth is, I'm tired.
Okay.
But the bike was too tired. Okay. What's Forrest Gump's password?
Shrimp.
1, Forrest. 1.
Oh my God. Okay, this could be our last one.
Okay.
Why don't oysters share their pearls?
Why don't they share their pearls?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're tight shut. They're tight. They're tight wads.
Because they're shellfish.
Okay. That was cute. How did the barber win the race?
Barber?
Yeah. He knew a shortcut. Boom.
I think I won.
Of course you
Y'all let us know. But I
Absolutely.
think I won.
But I know I won. So
Girl, I thought he'd love to be all... Wait, you was?
yeah, it's like 4-3.
You laugh more than me, right?
No, but okay. I make him laugh, but he wants to play,
Okay. So today's topic is going to be love versus lust. We're going to be talking about whether or not we believe that there is a thing as love at first sight. So, first, I want us to discuss the difference between love and lust,
Okay.
and how can we tell them apart at first. So, I looked up this comparison. So, for lust, it's a physical connection,
How it looks, smells, and how it feels.
short term and intense, and it fades quickly.
It's all about satisfying your own desires.
Often based on superficial qualities like looks, status, and marital possessions.
And it might be very much so passionate and exciting. More so feels like a roller coaster ride all the time.
And so now with love, we have emotional connection, how someone makes you feel, conversation, and support.
Long-term and enduring, it grows stronger over time.
And it's about putting the other person first.
It is based on deeper qualities like character, personality, and values.
And lastly, is compassionate and comforting, like a warm hug. So how do you know we can tell the two apart?
Apparently, I think when I was younger, like I thought everything was love at first sight until like got at least like involved with folks. And I was just like, no, that was a toad. I mean, what came out is what came out. Pour out the truth, sip on the love. Staying with that though, like it once I got older and as I like started paying attention to like my dating habits and stuff like that, like I would more so like question myself like, well, okay, why are you attracted to this person?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is it? And if the first thing comes up is the physicality, that's lust.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it comes up to like for me, if I feel that like it's not only just a quality, but like if there's a mysteriousness to the person, like someone I know right now, like if there's a mysteriousness to them, if there's like, if you have to put forth effort to actually get to know what this person has to offer, like that for me is like that bridge towards love. So yeah, how about you?
Mine is just simple. I think it's all about the feeling. If I feel like I'm constantly thinking about this person, I'm constantly like wanting to get to know this person, if I'm constantly like eating, breathing, and talking about this person, I feel like that is a way of me working towards love. And I feel like if I get like these, maybe like these butterflies of like, this pull, because I know like for Scorpios, we are very sexual beings. So like your body, if your mind doesn't tell you, your body like pulls you towards something.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if I'm lustful after somebody, my body is gonna tell me that, like you want to get a taste of that, you want to touch that, know. So like my body kind of reacts in a certain way. So do you believe in love at first sight?
Through trial and error, yes. So yes, I'll keep it simple. Yes. No, I'm going to say all the things because it's like, it's interesting how you operate. It's interesting, like how you say that, like you really operate more so off of the feeling. And as an Aquarius, we don't, what is that? Feelings, y'all humans can dwell in that dimension, but like, it's all about logic. So yeah, I might feel the feeling, but I'm also trying to figure out where the fuck this feeling come from? Why do I feel this way? Like, is this like temporary, superficial, or what the fuck is this? But so definitely, I've definitely come to learn and appreciate and being able to identify love at first sight, because no lie, no shade, like that's what I felt with you. That's what I saw with you. That's what I experienced with you. I don't know. We've talked about it, at least I told you, but you never really told me like your response or your thoughts when I told you that. It's like, yeah, when I first saw you, I knew I was going to marry you.
That's what he said.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So, you want to know my response to that first?
Whichever. We can either continue the conversation or go
okay, so to my response to that was, good for you. I think it was going to take more than just, what I'm going to say is, I like that you said that, but it was also followed up. That thought was followed up with persistence, with conversations, through dates, through quality time, you know. So even though you had that thought, you followed through with that thought to put in work behind it to make sure that you fulfill that prophecy. So for me, I don't believe in love at first sight. We've had this conversation. I don't believe in that. I just feel that it's more lustful thoughts because I feel like you don't really know somebody when you just see them. So I don't think that it's love. I equate it more to infatuation. Like you're infatuated. Maybe it's their physical appearance that caught you. Maybe it was the type of cologne or perfume that caught your attention. Maybe it was the way they walked or their type of aura that caught your attention that just made you infatuated with this person. And now you want to get to know more about this person. Especially if it's love at first sight and you don't hold a conversation with that person or don't interact with that person in that first meeting. So now it leaves more of a mystery and more of like a wanting to get to know this person if there's opportunity for a second interaction or not a second, but yeah. So that's why I feel like it's more infatuation because there's some type of mystery behind it. There's some type of wanting because now you want to get to know the person. I don't really think it's love because I feel like you don't really know that person. I feel like it's all pheromones and physical attraction.
True. And I challenge this. How does love at first sight happen with parent to child? Even though I know it's a different type of love, but that too does happen.
I believe with that one, I think it's I think it's more emotional. You're emotionally connected because that's a being that you created. That's like an attachment of you.
Okay.
That's not somebody that you're trying to create something with, if that makes sense.
It makes sense. And then and I'm only poking holes because I just want to.
But that's
so then I think about I'm just,
and hormones also play a part in that too.
It has he's bringing in his degrees right now because child, I ain't know all that shit. But okay. So since we're on this level of the conversation, what role might intuition or chemistry play in that immediate connection?
Okay, so let's bring out,
some research.
Research, girl. So we have executive matchmakers explain the chemistry of lust. So let's go with the connection part of lusting. So before you even speak to an intended mate, the communication has already begun. Mix of chemicals called pheromones acts as chemical messengers in the air between you and your possible bedmate. All over the animal kingdom, smell is hugely important in mating. Pheromones can convey things like health, fertility, and evolutionary fitness. So testosterone is closely associated with male libido. This means that which means that when the heat turns up in the bedroom, testosterone spikes. Increasing estrogen production is also the reason many women feel an increase in their libido around ovulation. So when a woman is ovulating, there's a peak in estrogen. There's all types of hormones racing. So all hormones coursing through you create a mixture of intense feeling drawing you in. Then dopamine, one of the pleasure-causing chemicals in our brains, rushes in, making you feel euphoric. It works with oxytocin, the cuddle hormone, to make sex feel rewarding and driving you to keep going. A burst of oxytocin floods your brain during orgasms also. This helps make a one-off romp feel more intimate. Oxytocin fosters feelings of trust and attachment. This contributes to a sense of connectiveness. It also helps explain why you might feel emotionally closer to a partner after some time in the bedroom. Okay, a chemical cocktail in your brain is telling you that this is perfection, but don't trust it blindly. The feeling of lust is all about temporary physical attraction. A passionate introduction doesn't always mean there's a deeper connection.
Okay.
So again, with this, you have mixtures of pheromones, you have mixtures of dopamine, and you have mixtures of oxytocin. Well, oxytocin mostly when it gets to that sexual, like when it gets more intimate. But I also feel like even with like conversations with like those memory cells, like I said, maybe this person that you run across remind you of something. Some people, maybe their mother, maybe a fond memory, you know. So there's different things that trigger these specific chemicals and hormones in your body that makes these different things go off. And so that's what also can entice you to be connected to somebody.
That's cute. So then I'm going to bring in the intuition component, because the science aspect, yes, is appreciated, but then I also look at the intent when you engage with individuals in the first place. So like, and I can only use my own lived experience, and my lived experience specifically with you. So when I first saw you, when we first met, all of that, I had no desire to, like, I wasn't looking for anybody, transparent. Like, and then nor was there any like angst or desire for sex. Like, I wasn't in that like, oh, like, no, like I was present to do what I needed to do for that particular weekend, and I just happened upon you. Like, and in all I can say is divine intervention. So like, that's where I feel in the intuition piece, that intuitiveness, but then also the intentionality aspect, because it's like, yeah, all the chemical aspects are happening, but at the end of the day, you as the individual have the control of your body to decide what you do and do not do. So that's why, like, I feel that there is always, yes, you have the chemical aspect of it, but that's where I feel like there's always a balance between the lust and love aspect. Yes, like you stated before, it can start in lust, for some individuals. It can start in lust for some individuals, and then that does grow into something, and then maybe possibly love. Yes, you could also start in a space of infatuation, and then like that grows into love. And then yes, there are different types of love as well. So yes, it could just be a general acceptance of, like, I don't know. I'm reaching, but I'll leave it there.
No, because I was to say, because there are some couples that fall in love at first sight, and then they get married like weeks, maybe a few months down the line,
days,
and then they're still married, you know, for years. So I mean, I feel like there is an intuition component to it, but I also feel like what we've established is, well, one, you have to establish if it's lust or love, and the best way to establish that is through time. I feel like
definitely, but
through time, because as we earlier stated, it's kind of like fades. But the love stands, you know, over time. Oh, I was saying that with time, time tells everything of whether, you know, you can distinguish between lust and love.
Then I have a question for you, because granted, yes, you just gave us all the the scientific notions of it. But then you also said that it's a feeling for you. So given the logic and the science behind the chemistry of attraction, and then your feelings, how do you merge the two to kind of
navigate?
Yeah.
I think what you stated earlier, like the intentionality. So you know, nobody can tell you, if you want to fuck or not. If you try to smash or not, you know if that's what you want to do. So if I feel like my body is calling me to this, it's because I want to do something with that. I'm gonna do something with that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
he might want that, maybe not need.
Now, with other, and sometimes, because the person that I am, prior to my man, I wasn't just laying down with anybody. You know, I still have to get to know you first. I have to make sure that you're a person that I can trust. Because I feel like even though you're there for a hookup or something like that, I still need to have some type of trust.
There has to be some rapport built.
Something.
But then also, to the same effect,
you don't have to. I'm not saying you have to, but for me, I feel like I need to.
Well, there is no. Everyone has to because I got you. And those that make those choices are those choices that they make with those. But what I'm saying is though, like when we talk about the sexual health component, like in one of our previous episodes, like we talk about like having those conversations of regularity of testing, like what you prefer, all those things, like that in itself is building trust because at least you get some damn familiarity. Yeah. But flipping it back to the topic at hand, like I think about, like you said, like people know what they want. People know what it is that they want to fuck, whether they want a relationship, or hell, maybe they want both. And I think where lust and love also come into not even more so like a competition, but more so a contradiction, that a lot of individuals tend to also subject themselves to certain positionalities because that's the best I can get. Like I will stay in the space of lust because I can't get the love I want.
Like having the friends with benefits.
Yeah. Dating out of convenience.
Well, but to add to that thought, I know we keep extending this thought.
Because it's all interconnected, and it's about to go to our next question after you finish this thought.
Okay, so the other thing about that piece of being where you're what you say, like being stuck in those like relationships.
Like when you subject yourself, like you subject yourself or you settle. Honestly, you're subjecting yourself to settling
within the gay community specifically. I feel like it gets kind of colluded when a lot of people have sex first, and then it turns into either friendship or possibly a relationship. Right? Because I feel like a lot of people. Because we are sexual beings, men, I'm going to just say because men are sexual beings.
People are sexual beings.
People, but mostly men, are sexual beings. I feel like we tap into that lustful aspect first, and then it is what it is. We see where it leads after that. So we tackle the sex part first. And some people like that because if you're not sexually compatible, you don't want to waste your time. You don't want to go on dates and do all these things and then come to the sex and like, you know, so some people like to knock it out in the beginning, just like see if we're sexually compatible at the beginning. So they're very lustful and then they'll do the path that way. I feel like either way is fine as long as you're responsible. Yeah. And y'all both communicate that in the beginning that, hey, this is what I want. I'm just here to have sex. I'm just
smash your pants. Bye.
Okay, or I'm here for friends with benefits. You know, whatever. As long as y'all are communicating that, whichever path you decide to take of having sex first or going on dates first, I feel like it's fine.
But going back to what you said though, like about the science of attraction and of lust, because like all those chemicals in your body that are being released every time you have sex. And then again, let's call a thing, because when we're being lustful, and the way my man said, it's like, I see that and I want that, so I'm going to get that and I want to do something with it. So it's like, when y'all go, like, not even y'all, like when we go after the thing that we want and when we get the thing that we want, we go. Like, and so it's like, so yeah, you're feeling good. And I think a lot of the times we're confusing that. Let's call a thing. When you get good dick or you get good pussy, good pussy, good ass, whatever you like to call it, like you think, oh shit, this is the best thing on God's green earth. Da, 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 da. And then you're stuck right there. And then now this brings us to our next question. Can genuine emotional connection be established instantly? Or does it require time?
I still feel like it requires time.
It has to, because the fuck? Because who the fuck are you?
I feel, but it goes back to just relationships in the beginning, like, or dating. Like when you're dating, you like T.S. Madison says, you get the representative. You get the nice guy. You get the nice person. You get the person who wants to take you out on places, out on dates, giving you gifts and stuff like that. And then once they're 3 months in and now they're comfortable, settle down, they're able to show you their true colors.
You know what I call those?
I know what you call them, but you want to tell them?
They're called Decepticons. Let that marinate. You'll get it at midnight.
So that's why I still feel like with love at first sight, I feel like you're infatuated with that person, but you don't really know that person to be in love. And I would hate for you to be in quote unquote in love, and then you get to know that person and find out that you're not compatible. This person has a terrible personality,
nasty habits.
Right. So it's like
they don't wash.
So the thing is, like, I guess my question would be then, with love at first sight, does it have to be mutual?
That's what I was about to get to. With that question, it's like, can genuine emotional connection be? No, it cannot, because genuine emotional connection is reciprocal because it's genuine and it's a connection. You can't connect to a wall that doesn't have power and expect to charge your phone, because just because you're plugged in does not mean you're connected to the power. So it has to be it's a relationship, y'all. Like, so to your question, you have to, it cannot be, love at first sight cannot be one-sided. Like, it has to be mutual, because you might be in love, but if it's just you in love, what does that become?
What's up? Hotel Transylvania. We zing never lies. With the vampires, once they zing, that means that's their soulmate. So, and that's the person that they're meant to be with. And they only zing once. So, but if you watch Hotel Transylvania, you see me. But
I fell asleep during that part.
My rebuttal to that is, to your thought is, there are some people who are in love. There are some people who are in love, and they are persistent. And sometimes that other person doesn't reciprocate that same feeling. So that's why you always have a man who's chasing a woman, or doing this thing. And I feel like, to me, it depends on where each person is emotionally. A person, that's just the constant, the person who's in love and infatuated with somebody. Okay, so that's the constant. Let's go to some alternatives for the other person that's reciprocating that feeling. This person may not be emotionally available for this person, so that's why we're not connecting. I'm not saying that it's not love. I'm not saying that it has to be mutual for it to be love. It's just that this person is not emotionally available right now. And maybe once down the line they work on some things and life happens, then they'll be able to, this person is now ready to at least entertain this person. We can also go into the place of, this person is just not attracted to this person because of their standards, those quote unquote standards, because they have high standards, and maybe this person does not fit those standards. So they're not entertaining them at all. And now this person, eventually through life or through conversations with friends, convincing them, we'll give this guy a try. Then, something happens there. Or you just have a person who has been through so much trauma. No, that's connected to emotionally not available. So then we have the person who's just not interested. And then it's just not going. But this person is very persistent. And after constantly persisting and annoying, they finally give in. It's just like, okay, let's try something. And they find out, I actually do like this person. So I'm not going to say that because one side is in love and the other one is not, that it's not love at first sight. I just feel like it's at love at first sight on one side. And it just took some persistence. But the thing is, how many people are going to... Well, actually, there are quite a few men who are quite persistent. They might take breaks in between. It could be a couple of years, couple relationships in between, but they're going to be constantly persistent on trying to get that person. But it's still, I feel like it was still love at first sight with that person. They just had to wait on that other person, if that makes sense from my standpoint. Okay. I feel like it can be one-sided love at first sight for one person, and that's how we share those stories about, not we, but, as human beings, they have those certain relationships where they share the story that I had to constantly chase this person to get them. You know what I'm saying?
But again, the question was, can you genuinely get emotional connection be established? No, it can't be established instantly because there's no reciprocity.
But then again, they do have those relationships where, like, hey, going to a bar. You go sit at a bar, you have a genuine conversation with somebody, and sometimes those are good conversations, and it might lead to a hookup, or it might lead to, hey, here's my number, call me, hit me up anytime, blah, 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 blah. So, I don't know.
But the point is it has to be reciprocal. That's it. That's all I'm saying. To have a genuine emotional connection, there has to be reciprocity. It can't be one-sided or it's not genuine. Because just like you were saying, the 3 different degrees of interest, like I could be super interested and you could be like closed off. Might be interested, but just not healed. I could be super interested and I'm just not your type.
Right.
I could be super interested in no. Like, those are 3 different degrees of interest. And so, like, I'm giving, but there's nothing given back. Like, that's not a genuine connection.
I feel like...
I mean, maybe it's genuine because I know where you stand, but that's not reciprocity. Like,
I guess maybe... Well, but like I said, I still push back with the... Like going to a bar or like at a function, like going to the club. Yeah. That's why I say I still feel like it kind of can't. Yeah, no, I'm saying. Yeah. I still feel like it can kind of still be genuine. It's just, I feel like those are rare. Those instances are very rare, especially if you add longevity to the conversation. I feel like sometimes those are kind of rare. But you can... I feel like, especially like if you do blind dates, if your friends set you up on a blind date and y'all hit it off right then and there, you know, that's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like there can be an instant connection, genuine instant connection. It's just that it's rare.
But
I feel like
you're calling it out, and there's reciprocity. It's an exchange. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, no. Oh, okay. But I would still factor in that one person who does still have love at first sight. I still feel like it can be genuine. It's just that second party may not be in a space to be emotionally available to receive that.
But baby, then that goes right back to like your initial answer was it needs time. Because the question is it instant?
I would say both. To sum that up, both.
Okay.
It's rare that you can... I feel like it's rare that you can have that instant connection. Rare. But in those few instances that I said, but majority of the time, I feel like it takes time.
So, great. Let's go to the next question. Can initial attraction be mistaken for love due to emotional vulnerability or romantic idealism?
Just go back to what me and I told you... We had this conversation yesterday. Well, I told you I had a best friend who does not want to be alone. Who did not want to be alone.
Relationship.
And so as soon as like her and her man would break up, she was on to the next dude. The next like couple of days. 2 at the max. She was on to the next one. So I feel, and she would say, oh, I love him, this, that, and the third. You know, I want to marry him. Because she just did not want to be alone. So I feel like it depends on where people are emotionally. If you're not emotionally stable, if you're going through some traumatic things and you just have to have attachment to certain people, you know, I feel like that could influence whether you think that you're in love with somebody or not.
Most definitely. And I think what it also ties into is that intention, but then also self-awareness and relational awareness. What do you want from this interaction? Like, if you can't answer that question, you ain't got no business fucking around with whomever you're trying to fuck around with. Like, be at least clear for your sake. What do I want with this person? Do I just want a nut? Do I want someone to talk to? Do I want a friend? Do I want a boo thing? Do I want a little yeah? Do I want a partner? Do I want a husband? Do I want a spouse? What do you want? At least be clear about that. And even if it needs time for definition, be honest with yourself and give yourself that grace to say, I don't know what I want out of this, but I know I like your company. Boom. Oh my God.
Right.
We're operating in some truth here. Right. And like, and I think that's where we all get, I won't lie, like from my life, getting up until I got to the right, thank God, it was a lot of trial and error and a lot of just putting up with shit that I didn't have to put up with, but it was my fault because I wasn't clear of what I wanted. Yeah, I wanted some of that, but I didn't want all this.
Right.
But you just stayed around. But I wasn't clear that this was just a one-time thing. So those are just those things like be clear with yourself, so therefore you can be clear with one another. So therefore you have that very clear distinction and delineation between lust. And there's nothing wrong with being lustful as long as you're not hurting anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But then also love and be protecting your love while also cultivating and nurturing the love that you're building with others. So yeah, that's it.
Question.
What's up?
How do we navigate? Question. Tell me what you Okay. How do you navigate the conversation where it may have started off as lustful, but one party is starting to fall in love?
Ooh.
And so y'all both on the same page that this is like, let's stay friends with benefits.
Yeah.
So like, situationship, that this is where we are. But now one person decides, my emotions are now starting to become invested in this. Like, how do you navigate those conversations?
I would start, before you have the conversation, you need to start with yourself. Prepare yourself for no. Because every person has a right to choose, and be reminded of the stipulations, agreements, whatever the case might be, of said relationship, situationship, interaction. That's the first thing. The second thing is, after you've made yourself okay with no, 2 is, once again, like I said before, be clear in what the fuck you want. Like, I'm gonna speak to the community, the family, the Black gay men specifically. We have to stop being so afraid of being vulnerable, of sounding stupid, sounding weak, sounding whatever negative connotation that we've learned, not that we believe, but that we've learned that like this is the way to be, or this is how we have to present ourselves. No, because you don't get what you want because you don't say what you want. So be very, very clear on what it is that you want from this person, from this interaction, from this relationship. And guess what? Because you're honest, they have no choice but to be honest with you. Hopefully. But again, 9 times out of 10, even if they're not honest, your intuition, your deductive reason is going to kick in. You be like, hold up, bitch. You trying to make this shit 5, and 2 + 2 has always been 4.
Okay.
So that's what I would say. Then actually engage with the conversation. And one thing, to each their own. Get to the point about the business, because relationships are a business as well. Because we're not dealing with financial. We're not dealing with tangible money, but we're dealing with emotional banking here. So like this is that banking of self as well as in that human that human shit that y'all be doing, interacting and talking to people. So engaging in the conversation, but then also in preparation, be ready to receive what they have to say. Because I think that that's something that we as a people always set ourselves up for. We want to tell people our piece and shut down a bitch. I don't care what you have to say, because that's bullshit. Because I already made up my mind what it was going to be. Oh, why? That would be what I would suggest, those 3 things.
I agree though.
Anything
with the most important component being that knowing what you want and sticking to that. Setting that, I guess, boundary of like
standard.
Right, standard boundary of like, if this is not what you want, then this no longer serves me in this capacity.
Yeah.
And it's okay for me to friend zone you and move on to something because I can't hold myself back trying to look for what it is that's going to fulfill me. So at the end of the day, you basically saying it's me or you.
Yeah.
Am I choosing me or am I choosing you?
And I know we don't like to deal in ultimatums, but let's call a thing a thing. When we are in the work of relationships and matters of the heart, that's how we operate. Because, yes, there are compromises. Yes, there are amendments and things of that sort. But we are very much we're selfish individuals by nature. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. And my thing is that there is nothing wrong with being transparent and honest about your selfishness. Because you being who you are, That's not going to gel with everybody. And guess what? That shit is fucking okay. It's okay to do exactly what you want, being with whomever you want that is in agreement with being with you.
So, because what I was going to say was,
Yeah, go ahead.
Just like you outgrow friends, just like you outgrow some family members, you can outgrow a quote unquote mate for benefits, the situationship, whatever's not even in a relationship.
Yeah.
If it's no longer serving you and you're outgrowing that person, it's okay to say that and voice, be transparent about that, because I always tell myself, I would rather waste a couple of months, a year or two, than the rest of my life being with somebody who I know for a fact I should not be with.
Very bad. And let's call a thing because I'm sure many of us have had the experience, and if you haven't, bless it. But those of us can connect with the fact that like I know we don't like to say that we've wasted time, but some of us have wasted time in relationships because 1, comfort, 2, fear, and 3, we didn't know what we wanted.
Yeah.
Like we thought, and guess what? That's another thing. And my hubby talked about it before. Like, it's okay to change your mind. You could get into something and realize, and like, you watch your toe, you got your big toe in there. It's like, okay, girl, this is cute, but I don't think I like this. Guess what? That's okay. Just like when you go to a restaurant, you order something that you thought was going to be real bussin', and it comes out and it's real nah. Don't you send that shit back? Right. You should, because you're paying for it. Guess what? Relationships you're paying too, just not in financial transaction. We're dealing in emotions, y'all. We're dealing in human. I'm gonna stop, because I'm about to take y'all somewhere y'all ain't ready.
Well, so let us know if you believe in love at first sight, or do you believe that it's infatuation or lust? Just let us know. Okay.
If infatuation was a choice, I probably would have sided with that. But since the topic was love and lust, I went with love.
I went with lust. So now it's time for our
tipsy talk. And here we're going to do something a little new, a little different, where we're going to pour up the truth and sip up the love. Our topic.
So I wanted to talk about basically like kind of the double standards of men versus women when it comes to dating, being sexual, being lustful, or even being in love, like the different stereotypes and different double standards that there are. And I want us to discuss it through either our experiences or from external experiences that we've noticed through others.
Well, I got a list. So the first thing we can talk about, you ready?
Yeah.
And then you can pick whatever and we can go down that line.
Okay.
So the first one, you can list yours too.
Okay.
Please. Sorry. So first thing, we already know I'm an Aquarius. My girl, Megan Thee Stallion's an Aquarius too. Y'all better leave her the fuck alone, because that woman can do whatever she wants with her body, with whatever man that's in consent. Because I didn't like what I saw on social media a few weeks ago, that y'all had this, y'all passing her, she being passed around like a beat. Well, I don't know what the term was because I don't speak that language, but like basically y'all was trying to call her a loose woman. And I don't like that, because some of y'all men are flat. Y'all so loose. That's the first thing. Then we can come into those dynamics there of like how it's okay for a man to jump from woman to woman to woman, baby mama to baby mama to baby mama, sexual partner to sexual partner to sexual partner, and have no issue, have no negative connotation or anything like that.
Future.
Yeah.
Got 10 kids.
Who knows?
Young Jock, I think, got 8 to 10 kids.
Then Cannon got 12 from about 11 different.
Guess what? Don't even know all his kids' names.
And that's a shame for. Now I'm gonna leave that alone. So we have that. Then we have the other instance. Now we can come into the Black gay community, specifically the Black gay queer, Black gay man community. We also have that in between tops and bottoms, verse, all that things that like if a top does it, it's okay because he's being a man. If a bottom does it, you loose. You're a whore. You're all the negative things.
Oh yeah.
Like,
you know what? I never understood two things with that specifically. I never understood. One, masculine bottoms. That used to be like a thing that people did not like at all. And I was like, I did not understand what was the issues with like a masculine bottom and a feminine top. That was the one thing that I never understood, because I'm like, just because you're feminine doesn't mean that you're not a man. Doesn't mean that you don't want to be penetrated. Doesn't mean that, that you still don't want to do manly things. It's just that
you enjoy what you enjoy.
I like to show my soft side. I like to say girl. I like to have my wrist bent girl. You know what I'm saying?
I do. Yeah.
Just because you're a little feminine doesn't mean that there's certain things that you don't like. And I feel like people need to get out of that mindset and think, erase that feminine men are not men.
Yeah.
That they don't require...
Because they'll still beat your ass.
Right. That they don't still like to do masculine things.
Mm-hmm. They do play sports. They do know how to work on cars. They know... Listen. It would be best, because that'll be a whole nother tangent. Just mind your business and give space to the people that you share space with.
I would say people more open-minded. I just feel like... But I feel like if you're open-minded, there's more opportunity for you to get to know people.
Absolutely.
And to get to understand people. And maybe you might even be attracted to this person, later on down the line, once you get to know them. And again, have an open mind and erase what society is saying and all that other extra...
Know for yourself.
For myself.
The last thing that I want to talk about when we talk about double standards is how speed of dating, how it's socially acceptable for lesbians to move at the rate that they do.
Girl.
But for the gay men or any other type couple, it's expected that you you move at a respectable rate.
I'm working on it. I feel that was a dig too.
What you mean?
Because, girl, when it comes to... That's what I am.
What you mean?
Lesbians they gonna do their own thing. They meet today, move in tomorrow. They break up next week.
Yeah.
Well, no, they date today, move in tomorrow. They're engaged by next week. Mm-hmm. Then 2 weeks later, they're broken up.
Yeah.
So I feel like lesbians, they move at their own pace, but I always just feel like maybe it's just me with relationships. I just still kind of compare it to those heterosexual, not even heterosexual. I just feel like with time, I feel like any relationship, they should just take their time. But I already know lesbians, they're going to do their own thing. So I leave them alone.
Oh, no. So all I'm saying, I'm just speaking on the double standards that exist in society. This is no specific anything.
You know what my double standard is? Is that a woman can have a gay moment and a man can't.
True. The experimenting. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, the double standards in dating as well, even though we were talking about love and lust, but who pays? That is, the expectation is always that the man pays. And then even in, allegedly gay relationship, I don't know. I'll leave that alone. But no, I was going to that too, tops were supposed to pay, but whatever. It's just interesting how we align with these rules that don't align with how we live our life.
You know what I feel? Okay, so taking the topic for topic with the pay thing. I feel it's whoever asks the person out.
Hello.
Whether that's the top or the bottom, whoever asks that other person out on the date, that's who should pay.
You the sponsor.
And with gay relationships, right? Because I feel like with gay relationships, I understand that, some people want to split it, because a lot of people, they'll ask, do you want to split the bill? But I just feel like whoever asked that person to go on the date, obviously you were showing interest and this is what you wanted to do, so I'm going to pay for it. You should pay for it. And I feel like if y'all decide, hey, we want to go on another date, then it's up to that other person, whoever.
Y'all have that conversation.
That conversation, I'll pay for this time, whatever. So that's why I feel kind of iffy about that too. I just feel like whoever invites that person on a date should take them on that.
So the only reason why I lifted and it's it's not that. So the only reason I lifted is to lift the conversation that you just spoke to. That it's we exist in these parallels, these double standards that we don't have to. So this is where we're sipping on love. This is it's okay to be who you are, to love for your pride. Don't hide. Oh my God. Because at the end of the day, y'all, when you consistently wear a mask throughout your life, like, guess what? You are living life out of detachment because it's not truly your experience. Mm-hmm. It's not what was meant for you. It's meant for the representative that you're putting in front. So be really conscientious and intentional of what it is you want, especially in relationships, because one thing that I've really come to learn and understand and appreciate about my relationship with my hubby is, like, you want to be with someone that you want to be with, even like in the good times, the bad times, the loud times, the quiet times, stressful times, the peaceful times. You want to be with someone that, like, can weather the storm with you, that but can like chill the fuck out, but they can hype you up, that can do can be themselves while you also coexist being yourself. Mm-hmm. Like, that's what you want. And if you can't do that, if that's not existing even within that first week, no, I'm gonna just be real with you. And I know we're going a little too far, but that's just my thought.
So what I was gonna say was, I feel like everything boils down to you. Like he said, what do you want? And your partner. If, let's just say, you're in a relationship, or even if you're dating, I feel like being grounded in what you want, knowing who you are as a person and as an individual, and what you're looking for, and what you're expecting out of, let's not expect anything, but what you desire from someone else. Be clear in that. Be clear in who you are, what you like, and what you desire in someone else. Because I feel like once you should be tunnel vision on that person, because everything else does not matter. Society, family input, friends, all the extra BS, those external thoughts, it's okay to have those, because sometimes family and friends see red flags that you may not see. Mm-hmm. And it's okay to take those things into consideration. But if it's things like, oh, why are you talking to this person? Because they're feminine, or because they like certain things, or, this, that, and the third. Once those external thoughts come into play, block those out. Yeah. If it's not coming from a genuine place of, hey, I'm coming to you with concern, it's more of opinion. Mm-hmm. Block that out. I just feel like stay grounded in who you are, what you want, and what you desire from that person, and making sure that whatever you desire is reciprocated. Because I feel like a lot of people base relationships off of aesthetic, number one.
How you look, how you make me.
Other people's opinions, including society's opinions, and sometimes they don't get to live their truth, or they don't get to be as vulnerable as they would like to be, because they're so concerned what other people think. Yeah. When the main focus should be on what you think, what your partner thinks, because that's who you're trying to build something with. So like I said, with the whole stereotypes, block all the opinions out and focus more on who you are and what you desire. And nothing else should matter outside of that. That's how I feel about it.
And that's that on that. Period. Dot. Point blank.
So that was another episode of Sippin On Love.
Hey.
Thank y'all for watching. Make sure you follow us on all of our social medias.
That would be the
TikTok, Facebook, Instagram,
all the things
at Sippin_on_love.
And to keep the convo going, the drink still flowing, continue to follow us, like, and subscribe on our various podcast platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and as well as YouTube, because we are visual now. And of course, if no one's told you, I love you, we love you, and keep sipping on love. Peace out.
Bye.